Okay.
Hi everybody, I'm Joette from the Bowdabra Design team, and I'm just popping in to show you a really cool ribbon hack. And we're going to make a Bowdabra door swag today. And this is a preview of the type of ideas we're going to show tomorrow on our Monday Night Live. But I wanted to show you this really cool trick I discovered because I bought some Sam's ribbon and I bought it for the color, but quality wasn't quite there. So I bought this Aleene's stiff and quick. I want you to see that so in case you want to take a screenshot. It's under $6. It goes a long ways, and it's probably the best $6 I've ever spent for a ribbon. But take your ribbon and just spray it on like this, and that's it. And then rub it in. It's not messy, not sticky, not tacky. But if you can tell, I've got frays here. That actually seals my ribbon. I'm not going to have frays when I cut it and trim it. But once you can do both sides if you want it stiffer, but I don't really, I got a good result out of just one spray. But once you spray it, let it dry. I did try drying it with a blow dryer to help it, and it was kind of fast, but I actually just threw it in the dryer. It dried in 5 minutes, and it's actually amazing now. So we're going to be working with it, and we're both going to try it out together. Or we're all going to try it out together for the first time. I haven't used it yet. I just can tell that it feels like a high quality ribbon. Now, the kind I really can't afford to be buying a lot of. So we're going to start out today, and we're going to make a really pretty spring pink door swag that can also be used as a wreath attachment. So I'm going to take my large Bowdabra, and I'm going to cut off a pretty good length of Bowdabra bow wire. I'm not going to stuff a whole lot of stuff in it, but in case I want to tie it onto a wreath or even use this wire as a door hanger, I'll have enough on the back and won't be shorted. So I'm going to place it down in the Bowdabra, fold it in half, tuck the ends underneath, and put them out of my way. And we're going to start off with some deco mesh. This is 21-inch wide. You don't have to do this step, but it's a way to get more mileage and get a bigger looking door swag or wreath attachment for less money. So I'm curling the ends underneath. I'll go about 3 or 4 times because I want the fraying to be on the inside. Now I'm going to find the center. Let me line it up. And it actually works better if you do this while it's still on the roll. So it looks like it's centered to me. So just going to scrunch it in. And you can do 1 yard, 1.5 yards, 2 yards, however many you want, but you get the best results with around 1.5 to 2 yards. If you do 1 yard, it kind of has a butterfly effect. If you keep going and do the whole 2 yards, it'll look like a big flower backing your door swag or wreath bow or wreath attachment. So I'm going to cut that loose. And at the end, I want to curl those frayed ends underneath as well so they don't show, and shove it in like that. And see, it looks like a giant flower already. So it's already beautiful. So next we're going to take, let me move some of my stuff out of the way. Going to take a ficus branch and a bush from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to open this up and that end. I don't know if you can see what I did. And I'm going to place it down into the Bowdabra. So that holds it in and keeps it from slipping. Next, I'm going to take, this is going to be my cascade. I love to cascade. Move it where you can see. Love to cascade things at the bottom. So I folded that and now I have a cascade. I'm going to take two ferns that I've fanned out. You can always make sure your foliage is all facing the right direction. And we're going to lay one here. And so this is going to fan with my backing. I'll turn this the right direction and lay it down. So now this is the base of my door swag. So I don't know how many minutes we've been going, but it's not very long, I promise. So I'm going to save that for last. So I have another blooming bush. So I'm going to bend this. This is a Dollar Tree bush. I'm going to place, actually I want to go Looks like I want to go shorter. I want to go about right there. So I could also do this, fold it in half. Depends on how high you want to go. If you want it longer, you bend it. If you don't, straighten that out. Just place it in like this. And it does the same effect. And it's not going to go anywhere once you tie it down. I have another Dollar Tree bush of pink florals. So since I bent that in half, I'm going to put this right on top. So when we're done, I'll be able to tie it up and bring everything in the center. So next we're going to build our bow. So let me show you this real quick. Just real simple. Made a circle. It's a triangle, but we've built a circle up here. So I'm going to take, let me find my tails. Oh, they jumped. Here they are. So I've got some tails cut. It's about a yard of ribbon. And this is some of that ribbon I stiffened up. So I rolled the ends underneath. I don't want any fraying because I may curl that. If I decide later on, I may dovetail them. So I'm going to find the center and scrunch this down to hang down in my cascade. And then next I'm going to build a twist and fold. And when I was working with this without this starchy feel on it, it was so flimsy and it did not make, it made a pretty bow, but I wasn't happy with it. So right now I'm going to twist, fold. Oh yeah, I can tell the difference already. And twist. Every time you twist, you're pulling your ribbon to the wrong side because when you flip it back over, the right side's showing. I'm just trying to make sure my loops are even, and they're not yet. Need this side a little larger. That's okay. Bowdabra's holding it for me, so I can do that. So I can adjust everything. So I'm going to twist right there, fold, and I'm going to go ahead and slightly, just to make, because that loop's going to go up here. I want it a little bit shorter or smaller, tapered in. Fold, twist, make sure they're even. And then I'm just going to make a circle. I'm going to circle that around. Let me show you because I don't want to waste this. I could cut it off, but it'll just actually be down. Actually, no, I don't like that. I'm going to cut it off. So let me make that loop a little bigger, bit bigger. I'm going to cut this. That was too small and it's not going to have a place for being in my bow. It won't show. I don't want to waste it and take up space. So look how that's just poofing out. I haven't smoothed it. I can't believe how pretty that is. So now to make there's another piece I had. To make this look bigger and blend in without making so many loops, I'm going to take a tail and I'm going to make an X with it across my bow. Here's another piece. This is just another way besides using the backing that it makes extends the size of the look of your bow. So I've got the loops there. And if I could also do this, this holds everything. So if you don't like how it looks, look how easy it is to fix it. If I wanted it down here, which I think I do, I could pull those out, move them, and your twist and fold's still there. So just put it back. Now my loops show better. Okay, so now we're going to take this real pretty rosebud, and it looks like a open country rose type garden rose and bud ribbon that we have at Bowdabra. And we're going to twist and fold this one as well. So I start out with a twist, and this just gives it more volume. You don't have to start out like that. You can just lay it on the right side, but when I put that twist in there, it seems to give it more volume in the middle when you tie it up. So twist and fold, same procedure. And I'm just going to twist and fold this to the end. I have no idea how many loops I'll get out, but I'm making them slightly smaller than that last smaller loop I made. Twist. I want these the same size though. And fold. And twist. There's my fold. And you don't have to twist that last loop or that last pass. I'm going to cut that off.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Barbara.
Oh, Sandy's on with us, everybody. Hi, Sandy.
Hello,
Okay,
Joette.
now now I've
And
got
don't
this
forget
piece of.
Before Joette, before you do that, don't forget that we'll be live tomorrow night, and definitely watch us because you could have an opportunity to win a roll of the Bowdabra Scrunchy Ribbon tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, or 7 Eastern.
That's right. I hope everybody joins us. We'll both be doing the show tomorrow, and I'll be making another door swag. So I've taken a piece of this 1.5 inch wide ribbon, folded it in half, placing it down in the Bowdabra, and I'm just going to make like a shoe bow. Just pass this over on each side, and then make sure my loops are big enough that they don't hide when I place my last piece in. I've got a stem from who knows what. You can cut that off or hide it later when you fluff your bow. I think I'll be cutting it off, but I'm gonna leave it there now. So I'll have room to adjust it if I need to move it up or down. In the meantime, I'm ready to tie this big thing up. So I'm gonna reach under my Bowdabra and I'm going to go straight up through the towers with this side of my looped end of the wire, going down to the other side. You got stems you have to weave your hand through and weave the wire back up through because you want a clearance. So once I'm clear, let me move that foliage. You take your loose ends, pull them up through that looped in, pull it tight while it's still in the back, whatever. Ready for this? Look at that. I'm holding it all together with just a slip knot right now. And you can watch it come alive as we make it. I mean, you get instant gratification like this. You're not like hot gluing one piece at a time in it and waiting, and standing back and looking and waiting and standing back and looking. You've got instant gratification. You almost have an instant door swag or a wreath, or it's a wreathless wreath if you want to use it for that and not put the cascade on it. But I'm tying it in a knot in the back, getting a nice tight knot, and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to fluff my bow and move my flowers around. So I want everything to show. So just kind of pull everything forward, spread it out, give it a place. And I'm move these tails. Yeah, it's serious when I start standing up to make these. This is a big one. So that's already hiding the stem, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off, get it out of the way. Here's another one. I'm gonna lop that off there. So I don't cut them till I have to. So I'm gonna pull this big flower to the front and I'm going to go ahead and fluff out my loops. You want to
And
pull them apart.
if you're watching the replay, please make sure you let us know that you're watching a replay.
Yes, please. And thank you. And please share. Okay, so that's not much to fluff in this, but it already looks like a very large bow. And I can't believe how well that stiffened my loops up. I mean, they're not flat, and I'm not bumping them undone because every time I do this, I have to go back and refluff. So there's the bottom's already pretty much fluffed itself. You can take your fingers and just run them down your tails like that and smooth them out and have them straight, or you can roll them up, and this fabric stiffener holds it pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and curl these. That's what I intended, but who knows, when I get to making something, sometimes I change my mind in the middle of it, as you saw. But again, Bowdabra's holding it, and it doesn't matter because I can't really make a mistake. So that's it, everybody. I want to show you what it looks like. If I can find a place to hold it. That's too
It's really pretty,
hard to get
Joette.
something. It's hard to get something this big on camera. But here's what I meant when you could do a wreath attachment. If I leave you can take these wires in the back, you can tie them in a knot. You have a door hanger, it's something to hang it on your door, or you can tie this onto the wreath, and you can have a very large wreath. So that's what we wanted to show you, give you a preview of what you're going to see tomorrow night on our Monday Night Live. We do this every Monday night, and Sandy has posted the times in the comments, so I didn't fumble through them. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, you could win a roll of Bowdabra Scrunchy ribbon. They come in red, silver, and gold. Thanks. Good night, everybody.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.